Meatballs.
Welcome back.
So, right now we're recording. It's 12 o'clock. And Deena said, 12 o'clock, it's okay to start having some alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, so the difference between me and my meatball Nicole, especially when we film, I feel like I need to wait until 12.
You judge yourself.
I do judge myself.
She's like, it's only like 10. We can't have a mimosa yet.
But I think also I'm like, will I make it? I feel like at 12, I'm like, okay, it's like the afternoon. It's not the morning anymore.
It's more acceptable.
I feel like I'm okay drinking.
Yeah, no. I'll be like, 9 a.m. mimosa?
Yeah.
Sure.
Angeline is good with you with that. She'll like drink in the morning with you.
Ange will literally drink at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Well,
to get her shit ready. I won't drink that early.
I'll wait until 12.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, Meatballs. Welcome. Happy Jersey Day. Obviously, make sure you watch the show tonight, 8 p.m. on MTV. There's a ton of stuff going on. I mean, the season is already packed with the episodes that you guys just saw.
I hope you guys love it.
Yeah, so make sure you guys watch tonight. And I think we're going to start off with meatball questions.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Because we have a ton here.
Oh my gosh, look at all of them.
Yeah, so we're going to shout everyone out. And the first one is from It's Nessa. And she wants to know, how long have you meatballs been friends?
So, actually, me and Nicole were friends on MySpace first.
We were MySpace buddies for like 3 years.
I know, before we even met.
We didn't even meet, but like we knew, we're like soulmates.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like we knew each other in a different life.
Yes, totally. So right when I saw her and I saw all of her videos and stuff, I'm like, I know this girl. I was like, she's me. I was like, we are twins. Like, I love her. And we finally met the day that I was bringing you into the Shore House, season 3.
But we were talking.
No, yeah. But that was like the first time that we saw each other in person.
I want to say probably since we were talking since, when did MySpace come out? Like 2008?
Yeah.
2003.
All right, so we were probably talking since like 2007.
Crazy.
And then
so the first time we met was when I picked her
7,
up.
8, 9. So So since 2007, me and Nicole have been interactive.
Yeah, literally best friends on the internet. And then when we finally saw each other, it wasn't like awkward, like, hi, nice to meet you. It was just like, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, I missed you. Like, we never even hugged each other.
It was totally meant to be.
Yeah, so we've been friends for a while. But
she thought I was coming in the first season. I think we spoke about this in prior episodes, but you were waiting, because we had spoke, like I said, since like 2007, so we both knew we were
And of course, we both tried out for the show.
And all of a sudden, I don't show up, and she's like, where are you, bitch? And that's how our main producer knew, the executive producer knew we knew each other.
They were like, how do you know Deena? I'm like, we're best friends.
Yeah. We haven't met, but we're best friends.
Like, she's my bestie. Yeah, so we've known each other for a while. Okay, so this is from 2020. Hey, Glam. What's a typical meatball adventure? So let's do old school meatball adventure and then now mommy meatball adventures.
That sounds good, because they definitely have changed.
100%. So old school meatball adventures on Jersey back in the day.
Oh boy, those were something.
We would wake up still drunk from the night before.
Yep.
And we'd be like, let's just go to the boardwalk and drink all day. Like, today's going to be a meatball day.
Yeah, we would say it from like the get-go when we open our eyes. Like, it's still drunk. Today's definitely going to be a meatball day. So where are we going?
Yeah, so all the producers would scramble and be like, today's the day. Who's going to follow these two? Like, we need like 5 cameras on these girls.
We were always the only people that were allowed to go solo places. So they knew, even if me and Nicole went out together, good chance me and Nicole were going separate ways at some point. So they needed enough cameras and people to be able to follow 2 meatballs.
Because we go on an adventure.
Yeah. And they loved that. They loved meatball days. People would like pay money to who's going to follow the meatballs.
Yeah. The cameramen would fight. They would be like, we want the meatballs.
Yeah. No, we want the meatballs.
Yeah. So, yeah, back in the day, meatball days would be like, we'd wake up straight to the boardwalk, straight to the bar.
Yes.
In our furry boots.
Still pajamas.
Skanky outfits. Or we don't shower. We just go. And then we're drinking literally all day till like 6. And then we get home wasted. And then everyone's like, where were you guys?
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah. I
would
would
be
have
at the dinner table.
I would have a jar of pickles. And like a raw potato.
Let me tell you, we always rallied. So we would like get back. We would, sit at the dinner table with everyone. They would judge us and give us...
everyone was sober. Like, we did GTL today. We're like, cool, we drank.
And then we would get ready, and we would look freaking amazing going out. I'm sorry, but for
how
like
did we pull that off?
drunken messes,
Yeah.
we looked freaking hot.
We
Like,
looked hot.
I'm sorry. In Italy, when we did the whole day.
Oh, and you danced your underwear off?
No.
And then we were lesbians?
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
Not that time. Not that time.
Hey, it happens.
I have to tell you, although that was a really fun night. Riccioni was fun.
What was wrong with us? Ew.
Maybe Mina and Dren did meet.
Yeah.
They made out with each
they
other.
were lesbians. Oh my God.
You know
It was
what?
like sisters kissing.
Ew, I never even thought about that. Maybe Mina and Dren are lesbian for each other.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Freaks.
Anyway, but even in Italy, we woke up. We actually remember that one breakfast spot. We made it a club. They called the DJ in early. That was so fun. And then
we were dancing on the bar and people were like eating their eggs.
We looked we both wore the fuzzy boots with like our outfits. You wore white, I wore white. Like we did like the white and black.
Sometimes we mix, so it would be white and black, so we would share each other's boots.
I had a side pony in, but I have to tell you, my side pony looked so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I looked so hot.
We looked amazing. I look back and I'm like, we are so cute.
I always went to the side pony when my hair was a rat's nest from Meatball days, and I'm like, all right, just throw it in a side pony. A side pony is always fixable.
Yeah, I just threw it in a poof. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I throw a flower and I'm like, I look pretty.
Yeah.
So, big question for everyone. And I know us mamas get it always. What's for dinner? And if that stresses you out like it sometimes does me, I have the solution for you. Hungryroot. Hungryroot will fill your fridge with healthy food and simple recipes so you can fill your schedule with stuff you enjoy doing more. And I know with back to school and the end of summer, the last thing I want to do is have to go to the grocery store, and I just want my workload to be easy so that I can spend time with my family. And Hungryroot does that. It takes care of all the grocery shopping and the recipe planning.
Hungryroot is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality food delivered right to your door. They've got healthy groceries and simple recipes all in one place.
Take a fun short quiz and Hungryroot will get to know you, your goals and how you like to eat, what flavors you like, which kitchen appliances do you use. They'll keep your needs top of mind and start building your cart. Hungryroot will recommend groceries based on your taste. Take their suggestions or choose anything you want. You'll get your pick of fresh produce, high-quality meat, and seafood, pantry staples, healthy snacks and sweets, and much more. They even got seasonal fall favorites. Hungryroot goes above and beyond your weekly grocery haul with thousands of easy recipes that actually put your groceries to good use. And before they get forgotten in the back of your fridge, because I know half the time I have stuff in the back of my fridge where I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I had that. What a waste of money that is.
The best part is everything that Hungryroot offers follows a simple standard. It's got to taste good, be quick to make, and contain whole, trusted ingredients.
Spend less time shopping and cooking and more time enjoying healthy food that you'll actually love with Hungryroot.
Right now, Hungryroot is offering our Meatball listeners 30% off your first delivery and free veggies for life.
Just go to hungryroot.com/meatball to get 30% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. That's hungryroot.com/meatball. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.
So that was back in the day.
Yeah,
now
those are
mommy,
hot messes.
Now mommy meatball days.
A little more classy.
Yeah, a little classy, but we still fall.
Oh, yeah.
I still wake up and I'm like, where is that bruise from?
So now I usually won't drink until 12, like we just said.
Yep. I'll still have a
dabble
mimosa at like
little.
9.
You'll dabble a little.
Yeah.
And
I won't
then
do shots anymore.
Once it's 12, I'll join in, and then we'll, drink during the day, and then, have wine at night. And then it usually turns into like us hooing at owls and, and then just going to bed.
Yeah. And the next day we're just dead.
And
because
you
now,
know what has not changed?
Deena is...
Gina? Who the fuck is Gina?
Why do I do that all the time?
Because I think like you're like ready to say what you're going to say and it just like mixes together.
So Deena... what was I going to say? Fuck me.
Well, what I was going to say is one thing that hasn't changed is those judgy looks from our roommates.
Oh, yeah. Our roommates still judge us. Jenny's like, you smell like vodka.
They're like, go to sleep. I'm
Yeah.
like, we're making a TV show.
Jenny still yells at us. She bangs on the door. She's like, I'm sleeping.
Wait, you know
I'm
what?
like, sorry, girl.
So funny. This is like a little inside thing. When we do like mini vacations of just the OGs, the meatballs, we stay in our own room together because nobody else wants to like be around us. So we're like,
Well,
we stay up
everybody
late.
wants their own room. Everyone wants their own room and privacy.
I'm like,
I get that, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't mind sharing with the
we're
girls.
going to be up late, but then a lot of them don't even want to have a room next to us. They're like, they're going to be up late. We don't want to hear them. So
Yeah, but it's one night.
I'm like, shut up. You're fine.
Yeah. So the roommate situation is still the same.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, these girls.
They're like annoying.
Like, please go away. But then they're grateful because they can sleep and we're still making TV.
That is true. They're
So
like, okay, they're clocking out.
Yeah,
we're clocking in.
The roommates are actually thankful for the meatballs now.
Yeah. They're like, okay, meatballs, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we've been up all day.
Yep, but we'll keep going. So yeah, it's a little more classier now, but we still have fun. We still enjoy ourselves. We're not dressing in like skimpy leopard dresses and forget our underwear anymore.
Like when we woke up after the jacuzzi and went into our skimpy dresses just to go to brunch, to fall asleep at the table.
We fell asleep at the table in Italy.
That was back in the day, meatball days.
Yeah. No, we were up for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
I
dead.
can't do that anymore.
No. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
This seems like it's going to be a good one.
no, we like this one because this is what we want all the time. So Isabella...
I like that name.
Isabella C. Toop said, please ask JSF, so Jersey Shore Family Vacation, if they can film your day-to-day lives instead of vacation. We have had enough.
Yes!
Bitch, I would love to film me as a mom all the time,
Yes.
scrambling. Like, this is like
This is like a fight we have with the producers.
this is my
on a regular.
This is my dream scene. Like all of us were being moms, like getting the kids ready and just like
people
being moms.
want to see that. I feel like
being moms and like showing you guys that like we're not just all about freaking drinking and partying and doing dinners all the time. Like our mommy life is so chaotic in itself that I think it's so entertaining.
hysterical.
So I would love for all of us to be moms and then, all right, kids, like get you down to bed. I'm going to go to dinner with the girls or the roommates.
Like show our day-to-day life.
No, yeah. So we're actually going to try to do that more. I'm going to try and have my kids on more.
Like, let me tell you, when you guys when my kids were sick and you guys went to Mike's cornhole tournament, they showed me with the kids.
Love
and
it.
like everybody loved it. And I
Yeah,
said
everyone
to
wants
them,
to see us as moms.
People like we're like loving this. Like we need to show more of like this stuff.
Same.
So I'm hoping we do that. I would love for you guys to see our day-to-day life.
Yeah. And I think
So-
they are pushing that a little more.
I hope so.
Because I did complain a little bit because it's hard for me to show my kids because when we go on these trips, I can't
Yeah.
bring my kids. So like you guys have that moment a little bit, but I can never show me being a mom. So I think that's happening. Also, just to let you guys know, with filming kids, you need to like get all these permits and everything, and it's like really hard because you can't just have your kids on
Working
randomly.
papers.
Yeah, you got to do like all these permits to make sure like your kids are in a safe environment and everything. Obviously, they are, but in the industry, you have to get everything approved.
I mean, at this point, my kids like know all the producers and everything.
Oh,
we
yeah.
really are like a big family.
One big family, yeah.
The other day, I was having one of my girlfriends over, and I was like, "Yeah, Ashley's coming over." And he goes, "Oh, Ashley,
Yeah.
Ashley." What he calls them, walkie-talkie people. That's what CJ calls all the producers walkie-talkie people.
Yeah.
He's like, Ashley, walkie-talkie people's coming over. I'm like, no.
No, yeah. So it's really cute that we're all just like one big family. So next season's definitely going to happen. So this is from Casey Powers. How often do you guys check your livers? Not being mean or nasty, just curious. I check my liver. I do my blood and my blood work and everything once a year.
I do too. Yearly. I actually just got blood work done. I do it yearly.
Yeah.
And everything was fine. I think that people think we drink more than we actually do.
I know.
I think because of the show, like, this is the thing, like, we film, like, on the big vacation only, like, 5 to 7 days. So we're making a show, for entertainment. But when we're home, we don't drink like that.
Yeah, like we'll have a glass of wine before
Yeah.
bed here and there. Surprisingly, especially after like Jersey and everything, like OG, because we drank a lot
that
then.
we drank every day.
But after that, and after I had Lorenzo, I got my liver tested. My liver is 100% fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
like,
shocked.
how?
Yeah, I was shocked after
like
back in the
I
day.
was ready to get some like bad news, like, oh, you need to relax a little bit. No.
Yeah, because every day in the OG seasons, I felt like my liver was going to punch me in the face.
Yeah.
And then I got it checked. Like like I said, I do, like you said, yearly blood work just to make sure of everything. And I mean, knock on wood.
We're all good.
Knocking on my head.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, we're all good. So we're good, girl. Okay, so this is from KXKDDOW72. What is the most difficult part of parenting?
I feel like for me, the most difficult part is sticking to like my
schedule.
My not only schedule, it's not that. Like sticking to my word. If I say like, okay, well, if you don't do something, I'm not doing this, and then their little cute faces look at me, and then they're like, "But mommy," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna create a monster." I think that's my most difficult part,
Especially with toddlers. You have
Chris
babies.
always tells me, he's like, "You are going to create monsters," because like I never, like I'll be like, "If you're not doing this, we're not going to the park." And then I'm like, all right, like I look like a clown. I'm like, all right, grab your stuff. We're going to the park. Like,
It'll be different when they get older.
Yeah. So I think that's my most difficult part. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to follow through with my, I guess, my punishments.
Yeah. I would say mine is divvying up time for everyone. So Lorenzo is 11, Giovanna's turning 9, and then Angela just turned 4. And so on top of all the craziness with work, filming, running my stores, my wine and everything, I'm just like always, I just feel like I'm always entrepreneur mind.
Yeah.
And, when I'm home, like I really want to spend time with each kid. So it's just hard to, like I tell Lorenzo, let's go on a date. I was like, let's just go watch a movie and get popcorn together. Yeah. But it's like I want time with everyone.
Yeah.
So Giovanna, I'm not worried with Giovanna because we always travel for cheer. She does competitive cheer. So we travel from like January up until May. So like I always have those little vacations with her. Not even vacations, it's cheer trips. If you're a cheer mom, you get it.
But you love it.
But I get that time with her. And then Angelo, I'm always, always with Angelo because he's still 4.
So you feel like Lorenzo.
So I feel like Lorenzo, I want to make more time for him. So it's divvying up my time, but also like trying to be a wife and having that wife time.
Then that's a very important.
Yeah. So I would say the worst part for me with parenting is just divvying up my time. It's just very hard.
But I'd say, you're doing great. All of your kids are freaking
it's a lot.
Amazing. But I'm sure. And then you add Rocky.
And then Rocky. And then Rocky's running around shitting all over the place. And
you're like, you know what? Let me add Rocky.
Well, I always told you I wanted 4 kids.
Yeah.
Rocky is my 4th. I am done having kids. I cannot imagine starting all over again.
And by the way, Rocky looks like your family.
I know. Rocky looks like Lorenzo.
He does.
Rocky's me. But you might have another baby. I would love for you to have 3 so we can be in the same boat.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because right now,
I see you having another
like a
child.
Perfect little... We have like a perfect little thing going on. Like you said, divvying up. Like right now I could divvy up my time for both of them perfectly.
Yeah, but have another one so you're stressed like me.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, and then Chris is like, we're done. Like he likes 4. He's like us 4. Mm-hmm. Like he's like, I feel like we're perfect. Like a perfect, like he said, the same way. Like we're able to divvy up our energy equally.
Yeah.
So I don't know, do I break that? Like, you said that's like your hardest thing. Like right now that's not my hardest thing. So do I want to make that my hardest thing,
But do you, like I always felt like there was a child waiting for me and that was Angelo.
Yeah.
So I knew it was right here waiting for me. I don't feel that anymore with Rocky.
Yeah. I kind of feel that.
But do you feel there's another like soul waiting for you?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
But I'd have to get Chris on board.
Just get him drunk and be like, sexy time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just finish it.
Like, come on a meatball day.
Be like, oh man, I missed my period. Okay, so we actually have a question from in studio because we're all having mimosas together.
Yeah.
We have Jenny here from Audio Boom, and
she's drinking mimosas with us.
She has a question. Would you like to ask? She's also a meatball.
She is a meatball.
Welcome to the show, bitch.
Look, our first meatball
Oh my
guest.
God, our first guest. I'm screaming.
Oh my God,
we're so cool.
I'm the one that's screaming, crying, throwing up. This is my absolute dream.
She's chugging mimosas.
Hold on. I gotta set the pause.
You're the worst.
Okay, so my question actually was, there were rumors of you going on Housewives at a certain point for Jersey. I just wanted to know if you guys would ever be interested in that kind of environment or that kind of nature of it.
So I'm a huge fan of the Housewives. I love the show Guilty Pleasure.
Same.
I think like the Jersey Housewives we're friends with.
Yeah,
not like besties, but I mean like we talk here and there.
We see Melissa and we see Teresa out, and they're super nice.
Yeah.
But the Meatballs hate fucking drama. I would die if I was in a fight with Melissa or Teresa. Like I would lose sleep at night, and they literally dig shit up on each other. Like investigators.
Yeah.
What is it called?
This season,
Private investigators.
Yeah, well, this season they were accusing Louis of doing a private investigator.
Yes.
What is it, John Jeetle or something like that?
The one,
I mean, I'm not into that. I just
Yeah.
want to have fun and like have a nice relationship. Like the Housewives is not that.
And they get hard, nasty.
Yeah, like ruin people's lives.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
I mean, the first season when we had a table flip, we knew right then and there.
Oh, yeah.
We were gonna have
iconic, by the way.
Oh.
I would have loved to have been there as like a friend.
yeah. But
Yeah.
so I definitely don't think. I love the show, like Nicole said, but I wouldn't be good on a Housewives.
No, we
Yeah.
would not.
I think
be
I'm
good.
just not. Yeah, we fight with each other, but we've been friends for so long. It's kind of like sibling fighting, and like I feel like they like really put
go for
their
the gut.
claws into
They
each
do.
other, which
Well-
like I'm not like that. So I feel like I would be very like taken back being part of that.
Oh,
cast.
I would cry,
Oh,
100%.
for sure.
And everyone's first season, you can always tell when they get their first fight on Housewives,
Yeah.
they recoil so quickly.
Yeah.
Some of them.
And
Some
I
of them.
think because we've been part of this reality TV stuff for so long, we know the difference between like those fights and then our fights. Like they're trying to ruin that person's life.
Yeah, no,
and
I can't do that.
I don't have that in me to do that to someone, and I wouldn't want that done to me. So I would definitely not go on Housewives. I don't think I'm strong enough for that.
But also, Andy said it best because, we've had like a couple interviews with him and like he's seen the rumors and he's just like, you guys are known for Jersey Shore, not Housewives.
Yeah.
So it'd be weird to like intertwine those two because we're two totally different.
Yeah, it's not a
moods.
crossover.
But we
right.
get
We're
along
different
with
moods.
them. Like we get along with
I
them.
feel like Angelina would be amazing
Yes.
on
If
Housewives.
anybody-
Angelina would be a
loves
star.
a good drama.
If anybody from our show can go on
And
the
handle that
Housewives,
shit, it's Angelina.
It's Angelina. She
She
they
loves
all
for
better
it.
take freaking cover. That's that's what I'm
Angelina will
saying.
destroy all of you.
Yeah, she's a tough cookie, that Angelina. So yes, I could definitely see Ange on the Housewives. The rest of us, not so
I'm
much.
gonna put a petition for that. I would love
Well,
to
we
see that.
squashed the rumors right here on the Meatball Pod. Right here, you heard it here first.
Never. So please stop talking about it because I'm never going on there. It's too scary. Too scary for my bones.
She would be hiding under a table. She would be hiding under the table they're flipping.
I would get a wine and be like, bye.
Yeah,
Like, love you
thank
all.
you.
You'll be the new
kindness.
the new Jen Fessler.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Ange would give him room
No,
for their
you know
money.
what I would do? I would bring in my wine and bring in an exorcist, and I would give them
Yeah.
all fucking exorcisms. I'd be like, everybody calm the fuck down.
That would be a great
they
girls
could drink,
trip.
though. I do. One thing about the Housewives, I love that all of the women drink and have like a good
they have a great time, yeah.
Like I'm like, thank God. Like that's
Yeah.
something I love.
You know who can drink is Sonia Morgan.
Oh, I love her.
I love
She's a
Sonia
meatball.
Morgan with my whole heart.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's
guys,
a meatball.
I do have a question since we're talking about
Calm
Housewives.
down. Well, Blair wants the
Okay,
floor.
Blair.
No,
Calm down.
what do you think of the Kyle Richards drama? Because you said, because
Okay,
you
wait.
mentioned like the psychic.
That broke my heart.
Okay, so I am
Yeah.
actually friends with Kyle. I did.
I love her.
What did I do with her? I did The Apprentice with her, so I got really, really close with her.
She's so
and
nice.
I looked up to her as like like a big sister, and like we confided so much. So I love her 100%. I would never say a bad thing about her. And I've seen behind the scenes of her and her husband, and they were just so perfect to me. But the psychic was like, he will never
Insane.
emotionally
Crazy.
fulfill you when the girls get older. And in a marriage, sometimes this happens and it sucks, but like when you get older in a marriage, you guys become different people and you grow apart. So I don't know what's happening there, but I 100% know that Kyle's going to do the best for her and her girls, and that's all
Yeah,
That's all I want is for Kyle to be happy, and I think they're both amazing people.
Yeah, that broke my heart to see because
Yeah.
I had met her through you, and they just always seemed great, you know?
Yeah, and like good people.
Very good people.
Yeah,
Both of them. I
like
met
normal-
both. They were so nice.
Like normal people, not stuck up, because somehow, like if you watch the show, you think these housewives are like so stuck up and
they're
like
not.
in their own lane. They're really not. They're
No.
normal people.
I remember I saw Teresa. We were at, I want to say Jingle Ball. She had her girls with her. I was in the bathroom. She right away came up to me. She's like, hey, like gave me a hug. Like they really are like great women, but they know how to fight.
I think Kyle has always been so sweet.
Very sweet.
I've watched almost every franchise. I think Kyle is so sweet.
yeah, and she defends people that she loves.
Yeah.
She's so interesting.
family-oriented.
Yes,
She's
I was
a
just
very
about to
good
say,
person.
so close with her family. Always had such a problem when she was having problems with Kathy or
sister.
Kim.
Yeah.
And Mauricio just always was so lovely
Like
to
her
her.
rock,
Yeah,
kind of.
they were so in love, and it just broke my heart to
And,
see
like,
that.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like it really makes me sad because it kind of reminded me of me and Chris. Because like Chris is my rock, like we're so family oriented, and I'm like, oh my god, if like I hope like down the road, like, you know, I don't have to, like, me and Chris will stay like this always.
always,
like,
yeah.
you know, like you see something like that, or even Sofia Vergara and Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just
And I'm like,
they just
what
ended.
the
Yeah.
frig?
Well, supposedly he's divorcing her because she doesn't want kids and he wants kids.
Oh,
Like that's
okay.
kind of a deal breaker.
No, that is
And you
a deal
invested this
breaker.
whole time with someone. I mean, you should have known that from the get go.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
So yeah.
So can you imagine the news like Gianni and Nicole
Oh my
are
God,
getting a divorce, and
no.
Deena and Chris?
Oh my God, no.
I think
Hide under
that
my
would
covers
be
for weeks.
Armageddon.
That would be so sad.
That would be Armageddon.
I know. Because some people are like, oh, Deena and Chris just seem too perfect on TV. And I'm like, listen, we just
No, they have
don't.
their fights.
We fight. But like, I always said when I first, because I was never a girl that wanted marriage. Not that I didn't want marriage. I just didn't see that for myself. That wasn't my main thing.
Because he didn't meet the right person.
I guess I never met the right person until I met Chris. And then I met Chris, and I was still on the show. It was the last season. And how protective of Chris was I? I said, I will always put Chris on a pedestal, always when we film, because I saw producers and what they put Gianni through, what they put Roger
Well,
through,
that's why
what
he's not on the
put
show
Sam
anymore.
and Ron through.
Because they put Gianni through too much shit.
And I said that season, and that's why I was such a mess. I will put myself before Chris, before they try and like ruin what I have for Chris. And this was when I first met him, because I finally felt like I found my person, because I never found that before.
Okay, I have one more question. When
my
did
God.
Sorry, and I will not talk anymore. But when did you realize he was your person? What was the moment?
I feel like I don't know if I feel like, I know it sounds so cheesy, but I felt like it was like love at first sight, because he
Same.
he walked in, and I never saw him before, but we always had the same friends. And I was like, who is this guy? And they were like, and he didn't, and at this point, Jersey Shore was like the biggest hit, like whatever. So I was used to people coming up to me and like introducing themselves. He never did. He never did any of that. And I was like, who is he? And my friend was like, that's Buck. And I was like, Buck?
That's Buck.
I was like, who the frick is Buck? I was like, why don't I know Buck? And they're like, well, he doesn't really go out much. So I actually stalked him on Facebook.
Hot.
That night.
This was in the Facebook days.
That night, yeah. I stalked him on Facebook, and I was like, add friends. And what I didn't know, like, he was at home. He's like, I met Deena, I saw Deena. She was at Moore's Tavern. That's where we saw each other. And she just added me as a friend, and no one, like, Jules, which is my mother-in-law now, and his brothers were like, no, she didn't. And then I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put where I'm going, because I was going to be with his friends the next night, too. I'm going to put on my status that I'm going there, and maybe he'll just show up. And
he
I
stalked
did,
you.
and he showed up, and I feel like that's when I knew. Like, when he walked through the doors with his friends and my friends, I was like, oh, I like this kid. I was like, hi, I'm Deena. Like, such a weirdo. So I knew, like, I was going to put him on the pedestal, and I always have. And I just don't air our, like, yeah, we fight. Me and Chris fight. All couples fight. If you don't fight, I think that's a bigger issue.
I feel like if you don't fight, you're not invested. Like, you fight because you want everything to be perfect and you want to have a good relationship. So if you're not bickering over stupid shit,
And
you
like
don't care.
working through things.
Yeah, you don't care about your relationship.
Exactly. If you're just like okay,
But I'm
the
not
other
saying like
person,
you should be fighting all the time.
No.
But you should be having bickers here and there. Like,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a perfect relationship because then that's fucking fake.
Exactly. But
So
me
fake.
and Chris just don't like air our dirty laundry out on TV. Like, yeah, we fight, and you'll see sometimes we bicker on the show. I'm sure this season coming up, you'll see us. This season, you'll see us bickering a little bit in Margaritaville.
Orlando.
But yeah, I just like I don't know. Like I put Chris on a pedestal when it comes to
Say
the
pedestal
show.
one more time.
Pedestal.
Jesus.
Let's take a sip of our mimosas every time Deena says pedestal.
Literally.
Cheers. How many? Should we be drunk?
Should we
Maybe.
be drunk?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I might be a little buzzed.
That's like 8 shots by now.
Nicole, you said that you also
Do you
were
work here?
that you were also love at first sight with Gianni.
Yeah, so
But so I remember season 1, he came to the house.
Bernard.
When the guys brought the girls over. Was that the time where you saw him and you were like, I need this man?
no, so I totally forgot that he came to the house because I wasn't outside.
Oh,
Right.
So I
Okay,
had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Vinny, so Vinny
remember
actually,
that. I was outside
maybe
for that.
Vinny made us meet. I don't know.
I was
But,
outside for that.
Yeah, Vinny brought home Gianni's cousin, and Gianni was with his godfather Joe, who's like a really big part of our family, and Joe was not having it. He was like, "I want my niece right now."
Oh my God, that
and
was so
Gianni
iconic.
was like a fan of the show, so he like walked up and he was like, "Oh, this is cool," but like I wasn't outside, so I didn't see him. So I think it was season 3 where I finally met him at Karma. We made out, whatever. And then we went back to Karma and he was there again. And he like ran up to me and showed me a video. He was like, "Look, it's us dancing." And to me, I was like, ugh, like this is like a guy like trying to get his
Annoying.
15 minutes, like using me, whatever. But then, oh, he's calling. But then he just kept looking at me and like trying to follow me. And then I was curious. I was like, he's actually like really cute. Like, I think I like him. But like, we didn't really talk. So every time we went to Karma, I was like looking for him. And I was like, so then eventually I was just like, all right, like, I'm going to bring him home. But like, I played it off like I didn't care.
Right.
Yeah,
I
like,
was like,
super
oh,
cool.
Mario, whatever. And then after he left, I like felt really bad and I missed him, but I didn't even know him. So I was like, oh my God, I think like, I need to hang out with this guy. So Ron ended up taking his number down because he called. And, I was at the stage where I was like, oh, I hate boys. I just want to have a good time. But I always said, I want to go to Jersey Shore, find my Guido and have tan babies.
And you
so
said that.
I
You wanted
manifested
Juicehead.
it. I manifested it.
You really did manifest.
So
it.
so Ron took his number down, thank God. And then when we were leaving season 3, I took his number and I went home and I called him. I was like, "Do you want to hang out?" And then we hung out and he was just like, he didn't judge me. He like accepted me for me and he really liked me. And I was like, okay, like I don't feel this way with any other guy. I was like, I just feel like you're like my best friend and like we have fun. And he like took care of me. Like if I blacked out at a random bar, he would like bring me home. And then the next day be like, "You're fucking wild. Like, relax." So I feel like
yeah,
in a
I feel
sense,
like the meatballs found like they're like
yeah, like they take care of us.
Yeah.
Like they'll
they
yell at
even
us.
us out.
Yeah. So I feel like if we never settled with the men,
Oh, I'd be
with
a hot
our
mess.
men, like where would we be? I think I'd be
Oh
in
my
jail or
God.
something.
I'd be a hot mess.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't know where I would be. So at the end of the day, we found our soulmates.
Yeah.
Thank you. Our meatball soulmates.
We love you, Chris and Gianni.
Yeah, because they're both short and amazing, and I feel like they're like for us.
Oh my God.
But
yeah.
also like when they hang out, they're like the same person.
Well, my first date,
They're
I
like
fell
us.
asleep on the toilet because I was drunk.
Yeah,
and
and
he
he's
was
still-
like,
and he's still
he
there
was
for you.
like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, he wiped your ass for you.
I'm like, "I'm sorry, fell asleep." That was when I was like a hot mess. He definitely like he balanced me. What's next on the questions?
Ooh. Not going to say that one. Oh, this is a good one. So this is from Tahiti T. She says, "I'm on the search for a lifelong meatball. How do I find one?" So if you didn't find your meatball yet, I would say you're going to find her at the bar. And you guys are going to become best friends over drinks. You're going to go to the bathroom. You're going to spill each other's heart out together. And you're going to take each other's number down. And you're going to know that's your girl, especially if you're young. You're going to know
Or-
that's your girl to always go to. You guys are going to become best friends. And then you're going to have babies together and be best friend meatball mamas.
Or if you're a mom and you're looking for a meatball mommy, you put
that's harder.
No, I don't know. I mean,
No, because some moms are different.
Yeah, I think
You need
or
to, like,
go
find the
a
radar.
You go to you have to be on the radar. First of all, you're gonna go. You put your child in sports, and
Or
you
camp.
find or you figure out which mom you think will drink a wine with you during a play date.
That is the test.
Yeah.
So my
Do you
test.
drink wine?
Yeah. So my test is if you want to do a play date. Oh, I have some wine and crackers. Amazing. I'll bring another bottle. But if they're like, oh no, I'll just have some water. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
Or
like I
like,
like
yeah.
you, but you're not going to be my
If
friend.
like your kid's at camp and you're seeing the moms, try and like kind of like weave around to see
Like,
who
you wanna
you
go for
think
lunch?
would do a wine.
And then if you go to lunch and they order a drink, boom.
Yeah, you're friends.
If they order an espresso, okay.
Yeah. Boo.
I like you, but we're not going to be bestie moms.
Yeah.
I love that you put X in espresso.
Oh, I do that too, I think. Espresso.
My sister does it too.
Espresso. How do you say it?
Espresso.
Oh, espresso.
Please, I get made fun of through my castmates.
Oh my God.
For everything I say.
Can you please-
Everything.
Can you please say Vegas?
Vegas.
No, you say Vegas.
Vegas.
And she says bagel.
Leave me alone.
Vegas, bagel.
I get shit
You have a
from
weird accent
Paulie
sometimes.
and Vinny
Vegas.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, leave me alone.
You say weird words.
Let me just say what I say.
Well, this is a fun one. This is from Layla Ackerman. What's the drunkest you've ever been? I'm going to say both of us getting arrested.
Oh, for sure.
That was probably the most iconic, craziest time I've ever been drunk.
Yeah.
And only because I had to go to work at 10 a.m. and I went in like my party outfit. I had a blanket over me going to do the t-shirt shop shift. And I was like, no. I was like, I need to have another drink before I
because
actually
we were out
die.
until like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So you were like, you were still drunk.
Yeah. So I think me...
Or you were teeter-tottering.
I was teeter-tottering. That's why I needed another drink. So I ran away and I drank all day and then I got arrested on the beach. So that was my craziest drunk I've ever been.
Yeah. I would say probably, yeah, when I got arrested, a little behind the scenes, I remember we had like a
Deena was
big...
crying. She missed me.
Yeah. I was, first of all, I didn't have my meatball. I was by myself. Second of all, I had Chris and my friend Mallory at the house until like 7 a.m. 7 a.m. And they left. And then we were up the entire
Was that
time.
on? I don't remember.
I don't know what they aired or what, but they woke me up at 9 a.m. to do interview. And I was like,
Disgusting.
dude, I just went to sleep. They're like, well, you could either do interview or you
go
could
do
do a
meatball
meatball day, like whatever you want to do. And I'm like, interview or meatball day? Like, I'll do a fucking meatball day then. Like, I'm not doing interview at 9 a.m. when I'm still drunk. I hate it when they woke me up for interview when I was
same.
still drunk. Like,
I still
no.
PTSD from
So
that.
I was like, fine. Like, I was like, listen, I'd rather do a meatball day than interview. So they're like, all right, then do a meatball day. And then I was like, okay. And I thought they meant like later. And then I went back in bed and they turned on my lights because they turn on our lights back in the day.
oh my God, it's terrible.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill them. So then I was like, okay. And they're like, why don't you try and rally some roommates up? I'm thinking to myself, it's 9 a.m. No one's going to freaking come with me to go and like get drinks right now. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, but you tried.
Does
They're like,
anybody?
hello?
I'm like, hey, excuse me. Does anybody want to come with me to get daiquiris? And they're like, go away, Deena. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm on my own. And I thought to myself, all right, what I'm going to do, I won't drink right away. I'll wait for everybody to wake up, but I'll go and I'll find the liquor and I'll bring it back. Like the liquor store that was like a drive away.
Oh, yeah, and it was always open.
So I'm walking and I'm like, beep, beep,
And mind you, I'm pregnant. I'm 8 months
you
pregnant.
were sleeping. I'm
8
like
months pregnant
missing
with
my
Lorenzo
meatball.
in my pregnant
Because she would have been
room.
there she would have been there with me.
100%.
So I'm like, boop-a-doo, walking around. I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know where the liquor store is. First of all, why did they let me out by myself? And then I'm like, okay, EJ's is over there. Why not? And then I just drank. And yeah, I just wound up getting arrested.
And that was a fun season for me, I feel, because I was like completely sober, but like miserable because I was like pregnant. It was my first time. It was,
I was
so
sad
freaking hot.
that whole season.
It
I
was-
missed Chris. I missed you.
Yeah.
I was like in a
It was so
freaking
hot.
depression.
I didn't want to be there. Like my first time pregnant. Like I don't want to be. Like I want to be with my
Yeah.
man. Like I was just like in a mood. I was like, this is my first time pregnant, and I can't even be with my man, like my baby daddy, who wasn't my husband yet. So I get a call, and they're like, you have to get up. So Jenny was on crutches at this point.
Yeah.
So she's like not movable. So I had to pick Jenny up in her crutches, and I'm driving the big SUV, which is like I can't even see over the steering wheel. So I'm like, oh my God, like 8 months
I
pregnant.
looked, Ron and Sam are playing games. Like, Deena's in jail. Who
my
cares?
big ass belly's out, and I'm like, I have to go get Deena. She's in jail. So I picked Deena up. Jenny's freaking like dying because she has one leg, and I'm picking Deena up, wasted in jail, and I'm like, I'm a mom. I was like, this is how mom life's gonna be. So I was like pretending to like be a mom, and I was like, I can do this.
Yeah. You got me a card, and you're like, congratulations.
I was like, congratulations, you got arrested.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like they. Yeah, that
Memories.
was probably one of the drunkest.
Yeah,
for
same.
sure.
Same.
I like ran away from the cops and like thought I was playing tag.
Yeah, and they weren't having it.
No.
Nope. They were
And
like,
I was singing-
and you're arrested.
They didn't show this, but we can't listen to music, so I was in the street dancing because I was listening to the Cars music, and I'm like,
Dancing in the street.
yeah, I was dancing in the street.
That's
listening
illegal
to Cars
in
music.
Seaside.
Yeah. And then I was singing, I want to dance with somebody.
Oh yeah, she was doing her singing voice.
I was dancing, I want to dance
Yeah.
with somebody. But of course they couldn't show that because, they would have had to pay a lot of money
Yep.
to show that. But I was singing, I want to dance with somebody because I was so lonely. I
Sorry,
missed
girl.
my Chris. I missed my meatball.
That was like
God.
crowning.
You guys made me alcoholics that season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like what a great episode this was.
So fun. So this is why I definitely want to do more fan questions and everything. So make sure you guys text us or leave us a message at 732-508-7952. You can ask us questions,
Behind the
tell us
scenes
stories.
stuff.
Yeah, we'll do it all. This was nice. We did it, Meatball.
Let's go get sauced.
Love you, bitches.
Bye.